Hey guys, welcome back. For this one, I'm going to show you how to make one of the big game phenomenons that are out nowadays, the Crash Bandicoot series. So we're gonna go ahead and make Crash Bandicoot. I remember playing it when I was young. We just got it on the PS4, and it's a lot harder than people think. So for this one, I went and grabbed one blush 260, three orange 260, one goldenrod, or in my case, metallic gold 160. It's better to use a goldenrod for the chest, not yellow. Don't use yellow. Be too much. You're gonna need one brown 260 if you have a scrap, one black 260, and then one white 160, and finally one blue 260. Oh, and one blush 260. Forget that one. So we're gonna work our face back, because his face is basically what you want to predominantly have. So I'm gonna start with my blush. We're not going to need too much because it's basically going to be his mouth area. So I blew that up, left about a foot on the end. I'm going to start with the nose that he has. So I'm going to pull it out about 2.5 inches here. Bring it back in. Now while I'm doing that, I'm going to start taking my orange. We're going to add the orange on top. So I'm going to blow that up until I got about 6 inches at the end. I'm going to attach it to basically the middle of my two balloons here. Right at the end. Come on. There we go. Just a single knot will do. I'm going to pull it down right in the middle. Like so. So now you should have one orange on top and two blushes on the bottom. Now, we're still not done with the nose. Take your black. You just need a little bit. We're basically going to Mickey Mouse's nose. So about 1 inch of balloon. Let out a little bit. Tie the end. I'm just going to force it all the way down. Like so. So we get a nice round nose here. Give it a good twist. And attach that also to the end. Always like to twist around twice and then pull it back through the orange and the tan so that it stays upright like this. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the cheeks out of the orange because he doesn't have, too much flesh tone for the cheeks. And we want to have the middle point for the face too. So these are 1.5 inch little twists. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of my blush and I'm just going to do the underjaw. Just loop that around, touch it right into the cheeks. So right now you should have two cheeks, the upper muzzle, and then the lower jaw. We're going to leave that open because he usually has his tongue sticking out. So, now I'm going to not grab that. I'm going to grab some white 160. Like so. I'm not going to need too much because his eyes aren't that big. So about 2 inches of white. attach that into your face. Like so. I'm going to give it a good squeeze, divide it in half. Again, we want the face to be bigger than the eyes. That's how we usually portray it. Now, before we bring it back down, we're going to go ahead and set one ear. So I'm just going to do a standard cat ear, which is a 1-inch bubble. And then I'm going to parrot beak it. So this is going to be 1.5 inches. Twist the eye around. Actually, we can probably get the second ear and pull it down. This could be awesome. So I'm going to do the second ear, since we have just enough. Pull the rest of my orange down to the face. And pull my eye. I'm going to separate the one eye with the last of my orange hair, because we will add a little bit more orange to the face, just so it looks a little bit more full. So I'm going to take another orange. I think I might need another one, but that's okay. We'll see how it turns out. And for this one, I'm just going to finish off the head. I'm going to start working my way down the body with this one. So I do want to add 2 more columns of orange to the back of the head. So I'm going to attach it to my cheek area. Pull it up into the ears. And pull it back down again. Making sure to lock everything in place. There we go. Now, before I move on to the body, I at least want to finish the head. So I'm going to pull all the extra strings, reorganize the face a little bit, so that it looks forward. So now we should have 3 orange in the back, and then the face should look like this. Now, what we're going to do is a little tuft of hair on top by taking our brown. We're not going to need too much. I would say about 7 inches of brown. And we're just going to do a little tuft right on top. So I'm just going to attach it to my ears. Wrap around for security. And I'm just going to start basically making little triangles here. So I do 2 bubbles here, like so. Attach it back into the ear. This will be my front hair. I'll also separate the ears too, which is what we want. And I'm just going to bubble it down the back of the head. 1, 2, 3, and then end on your 4th. Pull it down. And there we have his hair. Right there. Oh, he's got his hair. Yay! And as you can see, it separated the ears, which is what we want. So now we're going to go ahead and work our way down the body. Make sure you didn't tuck away your stragglers. This is what's going to secure most of your body. So what we're going to do, it doesn't have much of a neck, so I'm going to go down about, let's go 7 inches here, because he does have a long body. I'm going to bring it right back in. So now it sets how long my body is going to be. Now we take our next orange. And this one we're going to do the arms. And attach those in. So do your standard hand, which is 1 bubble. And then another 3. So you'll have 4 bubbles together. Bring it in. And then you'll have one thumb. Like so. So now we have a hand. Give him the elbow. So I'm going in about 3 inches there. Elbow. Forearm. I'm going to go ahead and attach it into the face. Remember, he does not have much of a neck. And then I'm going to go ahead and string out the rest of the arm. I think I might cut that one short. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's a little short. That's alright. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I undershot my balloon. That's okay. We all make mistakes. So, since I've made mine a little bit short, I'm just going to use it to fill in the body here. Then use another orange for the second arm, and then filling in. Because we do want to fill in this section here before we put the belly on. There we go. So I'm just going to do another arm. 2 and 3. Perfect. Same size. I have just enough to fill in my body for. Pull down my orange to the bottom of the body. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to position all my extra strings toward the front. Alright, like so. That when I pull down, it's going to pull down the head. If you want to take your strings, do one more loop around the face, just to encourage a little bit more pull. Grab them all. I'm going to pull as hard as I can. It's also going to squish down the body. Try not to pinch your fingers in, because it hurts. Right there. So now his body is more open. His face is now toward the front, which is exactly what we want. Now you might see that some of your bubbles have popped out a little bit more. Go ahead and rearrange it so that the more expanded ones are in the back. So that when you put on your belly, it won't look like you're hiding too much. There we go. Now we're going to take our golden rod, or if you have gold, go ahead and do that. And we're going to start filling in the belly. I at least want to make 2 passes with it. If you have a couple extra gaps, you might want to make 3. pull it up, squeeze. Again, being careful because there's a lot of pressure in your face. So pull it up into the face, mainly using the bottom jaw. And then I'm going to pull it back down. This is why I prefer goldenrod, because gold is see-through. Goldenrod is a solid color. I'm also going to separate my orange again while I'm doing that, so that it's going to push it all together and hide the middle. And as you can see, we have the belly done now. And it covers up mostly all your scraps here. So it's not as open as it was originally. Again, make sure your face is fully adjusted. So right now we are looking pretty good. And finally, we do the pants. Simple legs for this one. No need to go overboard, because all the details in the face. So using your light blue, since he does wear blue jeans, we're just going to do your standard legs. If you want to do like a whirlwind, you could use see-through balloons along with, sorry, there's something in my eye, along with the white 160s and do a little tornado. But those things usually pop, and you really don't want to be redoing tornadoes left and right. So standard legs. So I'm going to go down. About 4.5 inches, 5 inches here. Finish ear twist. Loop twist. Lock it. 1 inch bubble. 1 inch ear twist. Loop twist. And bring it right back to the top. Lock it in. Tuck everything away. If you have some big gaps in the back, go ahead, take another orange and just fill those in. Usually 2 balloons will fill it in for you. And finally, just draw on the eyes. If you have a green marker, he does have green eyes, so. And if you feel entitled to, take some pink, doesn't matter, take a scrap, and you can go ahead and put a tongue in. This one I will. Oop, sweet, sweet. There we go. And that's just a standard loop twist, using about, let's say, about 5 inches of pink. I'm just going to attach it. Again, no. Right there. Fix his arms so that they are centered. And there we have Crash Bandicoot. So guys, thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for 120 subscribers. I can't believe we did that. Again, I will not be turning on monetization. So guys, I will see you later. Have a good night. I'll see you later.